Hello and welcome to Clovis Local, the events, people, and important news from Clovis, California. In this edition, the final step in correcting what was widely seen as an injustice against soul survivors. Patients and some doctors at Clovis Community being tested to see if they were exposed to HIV and hepatitis at the hospital. And the beast from Clovis East head deep into the heart of Texas. First up, President Bush signs the Hubbard Act into law. It corrects what many saw, as well as Congress, as an injustice against so-called soul survivors. Nathan and Jared Hubbard served their country and both died in Iraq. Their brother Jason went with Nathan 8 months after Jared was killed. Last week, Clovis residents honored the Hubbard family with a lasting tribute. This bench, which serves as a memorial at 5th and Pulaski. Another lasting tribute is now the law of the land. Faith Sidlow reports on the signing of the Hubbard Act.
The Hubbard Act was named in honor of 3 Clovis brothers. Nathan and Jared Hubbard were killed in Iraq. Their brother Jason was discharged under the sole survivor policy, but when he returned home, was denied benefits. The Hubbard family joined Valley Congressman Jim Costa and Devin Nunes at the signing of the law, which will give soul survivors the same benefits given to other honorably discharged soldiers.
We arrived at the White House. We were escorted in. We were introduced to President Bush, who took a personal moment to thank us for our sacrifice.
It was an emotional moment for Jason Hubbard, who, with the help of Congressman Nunes, was allowed to keep his enlistment bonus. Then Nunes, Congressman Jim Costa, and Senator Dianne Feinstein wrote the Hubbard Act, which was quickly passed and signed by the president.
This is about future families. This is about future soul survivors. And so this is the sacrifice that that this family has made, is really for the soul survivors in the future who we don't know who they'll be.
Faith Sidlow, KSEE 24 News, Central Valley's news station.
Clovis Community Medical Center is testing more than a dozen patients and doctors who may have been exposed to HIV and hepatitis. A hospital spokesperson confirms doctors used instruments that may not have been fully sterilized, exposing 14 patients on August 16th. Although no infections have been found, the hospital has offered to test all patients and doctors who may have been at risk. The hospital's CEO, Craig Castro, released this statement saying it's a one-time incident, quickly identified and addressed, and we have taken every additional precautionary step to guarantee our patients' safety. Clovis kids went back to school this week, a busy time for students, parents, and police. The goal was to reacquaint everyone with the rigors of back to school with the idea that distracted drivers are not paying attention.
So now you add talking on the cell phone with a little bit of speed, you're not paying attention to traffic or the kids around you. The kid comes out between 2 cars, he thinks it's clear, he walks out. You can't stop. If you're going 35 miles per hour in a school zone, you're not going to be able to stop to avoid that child, and you're going to end up hitting him.
37,000 students are attending schools in the Clovis Unified District this year. The Timberwolves of Clovis East High School headed to deep in the heart of Texas to kick off their season on Monday Night Football. Clovis East will take on Heritage High in the house that Landry, Stanbaugh, and Dorset built, Texas Stadium. It's part of the 3-game National Football Foundation, and it begins on Labor Day. Everyone knows high school football rules in the Lone Star State, but Clovis locals also know about the beast from Clovis East. In the past 5 years, the Timberwolves have beaten Long Beach, Poly, and Redlands from Southern California, and, of course, Midland Lee from Texas. As we record this webcast, it's 108 degrees in Clovis. Summer seems to want to keep us in its extreme heat grips. Everyone should take precautions and look out for your neighbors who are sick and elderly or otherwise vulnerable. Here's a look at the next 7-day forecast. Saturday, 101 degrees, 92 on Sunday. Monday, breezy and 87. Tuesday, back up a little bit, 90 degrees. And then Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, 95, 97, and 98. Of course, be sure to stay cool, calm, and collected, and be sure to take care of your pets. A reminder, the Republican National Convention begins Monday, September 1st from Minneapolis. Count on KSEE 24 News and KSEE24.com for complete convention coverage the events, context, and analysis. Thanks for joining us for Clovis Local. If you have a Clovis story idea or you'd like to comment on this webcast, log on to KSEE24.com. We'll see you next time on the World Wide Web. I'm Mark Alger, KSEE 24 News.